What's up guys, it's Punchy, and I gotta show you something pretty crazy that people just aren't using. Like seriously, if I'm one-shotting bounders with essentially a single swing and one-phasing Etheron and Chaser pretty consistently, it's working well. So let me show you what's up. In the current monster hunting PvE meta, there's a bunch of decent options when it comes to weapon enchants. Of course, you could boost your initial M1 damage using Astral for an extra hard hit, reduce enemy defense with the Grim Enchant, or throw on Heroism for bonus damage at low and high HP. To be fair, I think Heroism is still honestly a buggy mess, but if you ask a majority of players, they'll probably be using one of these three options, which is truly a min-maxing mistake, and it's not that good. It's about time the Umbral Knight enchant gets the attention it deserves. This enchant has been around before the launch of Deepwoken, a truly special option previously named the Curse of Umbral Knight. On hit, it used to deal double damage with a crazy Shadow Clone Slice, but was ultimately removed due to lag issues. So it's sad to see, out of the game, but today it's still absolutely ridiculous when it comes to monster hunting. So why is this enchant so insane? Well, there's actually a few different reasons. Just to showcase how Umbral Knight functions, we hit our target with a basic M1, nothing is different, but a secondary slice will appear, which adds on top about a bonus 1/3 of the original hit's damage. Now, when looking at monsters, damage scales based on power level, which can result in crazy output, almost around thousands of damage. Basically, after hitting a single M1, the damage of that secondary slice is calculated all the way after damage multipliers are applied, which is absolutely insane. So, assuming we want to min-max this damage for monster hunting, we will need a few different things to make this crazy. First, we gotta be power 20 since every single power level multiplies base monster damage in PvE, and it's fairly simple and easy to achieve. Now, all we realistically need is a max chain of perfection, around 25 stacks of chain multipliers while maintaining a perfect defense. Just by playing correctly, we'll have insane exponential damage values, and that cannot be ignored. Just remember, be careful when using this talent because the chain's particle doesn't always display correctly, making it very difficult to tell if you have that bonus damage or if you don't. After this, we need essential damage multipliers like our Ishin's Ring to deal 20% more damage at the cost of taking 25%. Elemental buffs like Flame Within can buff our damage alongside the 20% gained by charge return, resulting in a 40% extra damage boost, which is it's pretty broken. Alongside that, Lose Your Mind's Pen and damage bonus is greatly appreciated if you want to add that on top. I'm sure there's more that we can do, but that's just our starting point and some of the craziest ones. With a fully equipped setup, Umbral Knight will deal basic boosted damage on M1s alongside a secondary slice with a fraction of our initial hit, which does insane DPS. Sure, there's a small cooldown on the Umbral effect, but it very obviously outstats options like the Astral Enchant when it comes to damage against monsters and even bosses. I was able to test this myself in Deepwoken testing, and there's almost about a 25% difference between a maxed out Umbral Knight build versus Astral, so seriously, you're missing out if you don't have this enchant. When it comes to DPS or damage per second, the Umbral Knight enchant is probably the best in the entire game for monster hunting and boss killing, and it's only just begun. High HP mobs like Bone Keepers or Bounders get absolutely shredded, getting one-shotted entirely or going down in a few hits if you don't have those stacks. Even against Chaser himself, if you have maxed out chains, it is possible to one-phase him if you're fully min-maxing your multipliers and using this one-shot build. Again, this enchant is heavily dependent on damage multipliers to get those numbers up alongside Chains of Perfection, which heavily boosts your base damage and Umbral Slash. I'm sure there's a ton of different combos and setups to maximize your damage further, but after some investigation, I can confidently say that the Umbral Knight enchant is powerful and extremely slept on. Seriously, try it out for yourself, but if you want to one-shot anything, this is the best option for you. Anyway, that's all for right now, but big stuff is on the way, and if you enjoy content like this, or maybe this helped you out, make sure to like and subscribe so we can hit 85K. Thanks again, it's punchin' time.